Hello, my name is Elizabeth Carpenter, and I will be talking to you about a problem that we are faced with every day but fail to notice. That problem is climate change. Before I continue, allow me to explain with a quick clip.
The sun is the source of warmth on Earth, so thanks for that, sun. Ice and clouds reflect some of its light away, but the rest is absorbed by land and water and re-emitted as heat. Some of that heat escapes to space, and some is held in by the atmospheric greenhouse effect. The insulating effect of Earth's greenhouse gases are the reason that life exists as we know it, but human activities have increased the concentration of one of them, carbon dioxide, 40% since the Industrial Revolution.
Though climate change is part of my topic, overall, I am here to talk about how climate change affects energy prices and the effects thereof. I would like to know what the future administration plans on doing regarding climate change and energy prices. The future president has been previously adamant about climate change and global warming, saying that they are a hoax. However, more recently he has said, I think there is some connectivity. Besides that, he has failed to say any more and has barely commented on policies that he would adapt in his term regarding climate change and energy prices and their correlation. Recently, I interviewed one of my teachers to find out his opinions on climate change and energy costs. All right, what are your opinions on climate change?
It's force.
Any other?
No, it's not man-made. Climate change is just happening.
Do you think there's a correlation to climate change and energy costs? Or like what other people believe is climate change?
Yeah, I think there's a direct correlation between the possible the government intervention or government policies that attempt to regulate something that they cannot control, and it's the regulation on energy companies and the industry that's causing energy prices to go up.
Do you believe that energy is a major problem for the upcoming administration?
Yes.
What actions should they take, in your opinion?
I think that the national government should deregulate the energy industry. I think the national government should open all energy resources and energy excavation to the free market so that there's open competition and viable alternatives to consumers who obviously need and want energy to run their businesses and their homes and their appliances and their daily lives so that their prices come down.
Right.
Absolutely. I think it should be done in a safe way. I think the natural environment should be a priority, but not at the expense of the quality of life and standard of living of tens of millions, hundreds of millions conceivably of Americans living in this country.
How do you feel about the previous administration's address towards climate change and energy?
I think it's tyrannical and communist.
And how do you feel about the solar panel initiative?
I think that there shouldn't be any government intervention in the free market. If there's going to be a solar panel initiative, that solar panel initiative should come from the industry and the free market and consumers. There shouldn't be a solar panel initiative from the national government, because then it's all about interest groups and money and personal benefit and personal gain and slush funding. Government shouldn't get involved.
My teacher responded to each of my questions with strong opinions that were well thought out, while the future administration's comments have been more scattered. Continuing the interview process, I had one of my partners, Alex, interview another one of our teachers to get her opinion.
How do you feel about the previous administration's address towards climate change and energy?
Oh, I think Obama was very conscious of climate change and energy, and he initially, in his first term, tried to got funding, I believe, for a solar project, but the company, it turned out it's a bad deal because they couldn't produce solar panels as cheaply as China, of course. So maybe with some more import agreements, we could get the stuff from China, and that would benefit the economy overall, okay, because we provide them with the materials to build them. So,
What actions would you take regarding energy? Would you go more for like Obama's administration, or would you prefer Trump's?
Obama's, hands down. If Trump does what he says he does, it's going to be terrible for the environment.
If no action is taken, what do you think will happen?
Well, I think Miami Beach will be underwater, okay? If we continue with the Arctic Circle melting, glaciers melting, the water is going to rise, and the prediction is it can rise as high as 20 feet, okay, in the next 200 years. So, you know, I'll have waterfront property.
Thank you. That's all the questions.
That's it.
Yes. Thank you so much for your time.
After hearing both of the teachers' opinions and researching about the future president and climate change, I have learned quite a bit. I will end this video with a clip from Ben Jeman and his opinions about what separates Democrats and Republicans, as well as his opinions on energy. Thank you.
Certainly Republicans and Democrats differ on what the role of the federal government should be in changing the energy markets. And where that difference, I think, is the most sort of pronounced is not necessarily within the Energy Department. Certainly we can all remember the partisan battles over Solyndra and the loan guarantee program. But that said, if you look at how energy policy works in the United States, it can be a little confusing because the Energy Department is really sort of just one piece of energy policy in the U.S., and I think arguably it's not necessarily even the most important